So here we have two more Chinese paintings. Wonderful subject matters. The top one is done by a painter, Guyong Hong Wai, and he painted, let's say, this with his own youth in mind. He had snapshots of his youth, and that is something that you can see in this painting. It looks a little bit like a newspaper illustration, and he uses the color blue. So this is not a black and white painting. If you come very close, you can see the color blue, and that has to do with Chinese porcelain. He would like to also show the vulnerability, let's say, of porcelain. If you hold porcelain up against the light, you can look through it, for instance. It's obviously very breakable, and that is how he perceives, let's say, his own childhood. Underneath, you find very nice rendition, let's say, of Snow on New Year's Day. That's the title of this painting, done by Zhang Ning, and it is very symbolic again for Chinese New Year, which is the most important festivity in China, where everybody sort of travels back to their families. They would like to be together, and you can imagine that in a country like China with almost 1.3 billion people, that there is lots of movement and travel movement around. Basically that is the end of January or the beginning of February, but it gives a very colorful idea. In this particular case, it seems sort of like a walled Chinese garden with very festive doors, and these balloons, let's say, that lit up at night. In Chinese painting, we have been talking about the facial expressions, and this is an exquisite example where you can see that the painter actually painted these expressions with closed eyes on canvas, and in order to shock, let's say, people into reality, he painted himself, because that is his own portrait there, with his eyes open. So he's looking at us, and he's actually sort of saying, look, you know, we have to break through the mask, let's say, of the Chinese facial expressions. It is okay to be emotional. It is okay to let people see what you think and what you would like to do. So again, a monumental subject matter, actually a museum type of painting, with this very linear idea of putting all these faces exactly in line. It's called Man in Line as well, and it is a certain political pop art, you could say.